Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott Wave Analysis. This is a daily for Bitcoin. We're gonna dive from the daily to the 1 hour chart to see what happened with Bitcoin and what it might happen next for the few days. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here and finished, of course, bull run for wave 1, ABC, as an expanding flat is expected. We have broken, of course, our base channel, as we mentioned lately, that, of course, once we break the base channel for this bull run, that is a 100% confirmation that the impulse toward the upside is gone, is finished. And of course, everything what we got exactly in this area is simply a correction, 3 waves, ABC expanding flat, to be hitting, of course, the 70K or around it here, as you can see, for the 1.61867K 500 in an expanding flat AB and a C. And as you can see, of course, during this move up to the wave B here, we can see a complex structure here, finishing up, of course, a wave B in the top here, and failing to exit the base channel again to hit one more time at least the lower part of the acceleration channel, in case that this was a part of the impulse, but definitely it was not. And that because, of course, we saw a weakness here, failing even to touch in the last top here, to touch the highest point for this base channel, and dropping down as, of course, a very clear signal for a wave C in an expanding flat. And of course, we're looking for the 67K 500 for a wave 2 here as a 1, ABC wave 2, and then we continue simply toward the upside. If we dive, of course, in the labeling here, we can see clearly that it is in confluence as well, not just with 1.618 here, but it is in confluence with the 0.58 fib level, which is the minimum requirement for a wave 2, and also in confluence with a very strong support area here as technical support, I would say. And of course, this area is very, very critical, of course, to finish up here a correction and then start to move toward the upside. Of course, it's gonna take a while because we have several 1-2s here internally, and we might range, of course, for a while until we reach this target and start to build up, of course, several 1-2s probably, and then continuation toward the upside after getting a confirmation. Might be, of course, a bull run towards the 200K in a wave 3 towards the upside for Bitcoin. And if we take a look also internally at the 2 hours chart here, we can see that this impulse toward the downside after taking the perfect fib level 1.38, which is a perfect fib level for a wave B, and we start, of course, an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as a wave 1, wave 2, and we continue downward here in double 1, 2 for a major wave 3, hitting our target, of course, and even below an extended target, which it is, of course, your major wave 3. By all means, the main drop of this wave C is almost finished, and currently we're finishing up, of course, several 4-5 until we reach the target, but in a very slower way, much more than we saw, of course, in the latest week. So if in case we are currently ranging in a wave 4 here, potentially for a wave 3, it is very likely that we get an ABC, of course, and probably one more low to finish up this wave 3, and we start, of course, to finish several 4-5s here that we have, and of course a major wave 4 to get, of course, later on. By all means, this count, of course, for the bearish on the 1 hour chart here is as following. We have a major wave 1-2, we have a 1-2 and another 1-2, and internally inside the wave 3 you have also double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave 3, finishing wave 4, and currently you finished, of course, a potential wave 5 that it can be, of course, still looking for a wave 4 here as a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5 to finish up exactly a major wave 3, meaning the whole wave 3 here still might be need, of course, one more low. Unless, of course, internally we're gonna move a little bit higher, and that means, of course, invalidation, and might be, of course, already a finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this wave 4 shifts, of course, to one of these 1-2s here. You have double 1-2, of course, and you might be in this wave 4 that it is reflecting this one, of course. If we dive inside it, we can see clearly that we have a potential A, B, and a C here. And this wave C is unfolding as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 so far. But if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a major wave 3, and currently, obviously, you are in a triangle, that means, of course, one more high is very, very likely to have and to hit the 1-to-1 fib level. What is interesting as well is that the 1-to-1 fib level is in the invalidation area here for a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So if this happens, well, very likely that we might be here in a wave 4 for the bigger one, which is, of course, this white scenario. And that means if we dive a little bit higher here than the 1-to-1 fib level as well, it might be very likely that we might be in an A, B, and a C, which is, of course, much more higher. And if this happens, of course, we have to watch therefore the 98K 870. Because if this is a 1, 2, 3 right now, and this is a wave 4, of course, this wave 4 is not allowed to interfere, of course, with the zone 1. And this is exactly what we will be watching. However, before coming to this level, 98K 800, we need, of course, to watch the 88K 600. And if we take it, especially that this can transform to something as an impulse, we might be in an A, B, and a C towards the upside. And in this case, of course, the ABC towards the upside might be something, of course, as a strong zigzag. And it might be, of course, representing definitely this wave 2 over there. Yep, so these are the key levels that we would like to watch here on the 15-minute chart. As, of course, I mentioned, this is very clear triangle so far, A, B, C, D, and an E. And we might move, of course, towards the upside in a wave 5 still. Of course, we're going to see what's going to happen there. If we take a look at KGT as well, here we have on the 1-minute chart where we see, of course, the bullish signals there in divergence with the price. We can see, of course, the price is moving towards the upside despite the bearish signal where the price has took the high as an indication, of course, of strength here for the bullish. And then after this, we start to see this divergence with the price here for a second bullish scenario as well, or bullish signals. And we see, of course, that the range here is in triangle. Despite that the bearish signal was given, it is not in convergence with the price. It is in divergence, meaning, of course, weakness for the bearish here and more strength for the bullish. Especially that right now as well, the sideways as a triangle signaling, of course, a further higher prices. And we can see even that the CVD line is still, of course, shifting downward, potentially opening a new divergence here that it might open, of course, after the triangle. Yep, so these are the possibilities right now. Also, we can see a potential of higher prices on the KGT. So definitely we might visit, of course, the 88K, and we might take the invalidation here, and we might shift for a stronger retracement here towards the upside potential ABC, of course, for a bigger wave 4 here for Bitcoin. And then, of course, we need to watch the 98K. That was it for Bitcoin. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.